Hello and welcome everyone once again to the Bard's Tale 4. We are here for episode 22, and we're going to be heading into the wood. So, we're on a journey from Fiona's place through all the way to the Wringneck forest. So, let us begin. A couple things to do before then, and it has to do with what we just did.
Armed with Fiona's knowledge, the heroes set off for the forest of Wringneck. But before they reached it, they found themselves lost in a maze with no turnings, playing a game of whispers in the dark.
The way that they slunk back there. Alright. One thing that I wanted to do first was head inside and use some of the lockpicks that we have and unlock some doors. You see, I swapped around the party a little bit. We've got Wringneck here just because he's got his lockpicking skills. And sure, I'll give him something else here too. Let's see. You have 4 more points? What do we do with you? I think... Honestly, I don't remember what he was doing. I say that... Yeah, honestly, I have no clue. Let's just go ahead with... I do like the disguise kit. And that's not a bad option. I think we go ahead with... Assassin? Deal more damage for each enemy in the battlefield? Sounds fun. The Sniper Master has the rain of arrows at the start of next turn, but I don't think I'll go with that. Since we've got the killer already, I guess we just go with Hitman, and then we'll grab Assassin later for him. Not that he's going to be doing a whole lot. I think I'll go with the extra crit chances. And I think we go ahead with grabbing an all-out assault. I'm not sure if he'll ever use it. He might instead go for something like Blood for Blood. So theoretically, what would be best for him is if he went straight through the arrows to grab the Assassin perk. Because what we really want is the Assassin and the Dirty Fighter perk. Because that is going to give him a lot of bonus damage, and then we want the Blood for Blood ability. Him doing damage to himself and dealing damage, like look at the range of that ability. It's in a 3x3 cube, meaning that he can target almost the entire board from the backline. So it's really great at assassination. So if we were to rework the rogue, we would go full sniper to grab the assassin bonus, and then we would go for probably something like a Blood for Blood, and maybe a Slinking Assault as well. Slinking Assault, Blood for Blood, maybe an all-out assault. Next attack deals 100% bonus, 120% bonus damage. That could be useful. But anyways, he's got his master lockpicks. That's what matters. And one thing that will also very much matter is the Master Thief. Meaning that after confirming a trade in a shop, a rogue has a chance to steal all the purchased items after completing said trade. So, anyways, let's go ahead and, well, this guy was looking for his friend. We should probably talk to him.
Oh, you're back. Did you... Oh, Jana's not with you. Oh, I guess she didn't make it.
No, she didn't, unfortunately. Do we say if she died bravely or she died foolishly? Well, let's be kind. Let's be kind.
I suppose that's good to hear.
She died bravely.
But she still died.
Theoretically. Being brave and being foolish. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. Alright, so we had a couple things to pick up in here. There's a few locked containers, or locked rooms. that we were not able to get into, so we missed a bunch of that. We'll be able to get into them now, though. And fortunately, we can just walk right through because we have already pulled the lever on the other side. So how many lockpicks do we have? Not enough. But we've got all these treasure chests here. And that just has the candles. I wonder if that's the same for all of them. I hope we can find something more than just candles here. We'll need some more lockpicks, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna find anything here. But, for the sake of it, let's try to see if we can find anything. Okay, that's something. Mother and Bastard Sword, 4 Constitution, 2 Spell Points, and 6 Strength. That is something. That might help us out a bit. Alright, what about up here? We had this room. And that's got a few chests. Or a few barrels, I mean. Ah, water. That's worth it. We'll need lots of water. And onion! We finally found more onion! Alright, this is worth it all. I'll spend all of my lockpicks on this. Okay, that's a master lockpick required. Okay, just 1 second. Let me make one of those. Metal scraps and fairy dust. It takes a lot of metal to make those. What do we find here? Another treasure chest. And this one, once again, we got... Well, this time we've actually got an Adamast arming sword. And unfortunately, it doesn't have any better stats. I think the bastard swords are just straight up more stats. They just have more stats than the others, it would seem. Which is interesting. And I guess it makes sense, because a... Wait a second, what is this door? Did we just miss this door altogether? Maybe we just missed this door last time. Oops, watch out, this is a pressure plate here, you can see it's raised. And this is a trap chest here, I think. Okay, we got a little bit of gold off that one. Head along by... Yep, we just missed that one. I was seeing all of these locked doors and, yeah, looks like I just missed a few things. I think that was it. Did we miss anything else? I don't think so. But I'll look over here just to make sure. Yeah, I don't think I actually missed any of the other locks in here. Okay, so we can go ahead and we can move along. Yeah, there wasn't anything upstairs. There wasn't anything here. Alright. Time to go ahead, and we've got one thing to do. We gotta head over to the Adventurers Guild, talk to the review board, and unlock some advancements for our third tier of abilities. That is going to allow... what's her name? Fiona to upgrade her ability and get her first perk into tier 3. And everyone else are not currently capable of leveling up to get their tier 3 abilities because we're all locked behind the chain here. So once we get that cleared, everyone will be fine. Let's go ahead, head over there. We'll swap back, swap Wringneck back out when we get there, and then we'll teleport back through the Standing Stone in Fettercairn directly, right outside of Fiona's house, and then we'll be able to move properly back into the wood. Funny enough, I actually missed a chest over here. I'm not sure how I missed it. Or unless it reset, but there we go. A few extra skiat there. Alright, heading back to Skara Brae below. If you need to reset an adventurer's skill tree, the review board can refund their skills for the price of 1 mercenary token. And that is exactly what we'll be doing once we get upgraded abilities for Fiona.
I'm gonna make you smile if it's the last thing I do.
All quiet for now.
You're made of stone. That face gets everyone.
That's funny. Ah yes, Fiona's singing for us.
But I can't return to her till I've crossed the 7 realms.
She's got great singing, but she should play an instrument too. Yeah, that's a good bard. I love how the bards, they just actually, on their spare time, they just sing and play. It's great. Oh yeah. This here chest is actually a storage that we can use. What happens? Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't say empty anymore. But it still keeps the open aesthetic. If there was anything that we wanted to keep here for later, we definitely could do that. Like for example, the mage boots that we're never going to use. And anything else here? Tankard, probably not going to need that, but I'll keep that over there. Dispelling Discipline, we're not going to need that either. So yeah, I'll put some of the things in here, and I'm sure we'll be back for them. And long axe? Sure, I'll keep you. Some of these things, though, we got upgrades for. Like the arming sword here. This one is 214. This one is 426. Compare it to the Mother and Bastard sword, though. The arming sword of the Bastard sword. It's got... arming sword has 426, and the lower quality Bastard sword has 326. So... And then there you go, 426 for this one. So it does seem to be the case where... No, I didn't actually want to put that in there. The higher tier sword abilities, like, for example, Passing Slash versus Storm of Blades, the ones that buff the higher tier abilities actually seem to have a greater amount of stats, so... That is kind of interesting. We actually have this fire horn as well that we don't actually have on anyone. I think we should change that, though. Since Shakespeare moved on to using his... whatchamacallit? Since he moved on to using his Strife Spear, it's a two-handed weapon, and he's not able to equip anything in his offhand. Okay, here we are at the review board.
Welcome again, adventurers. Once more you return to us for knowledge. Let us review your recent actions. You have helped Mage Alguin banish Mangar the Dark, buying the guild time to find the means to destroy him, and saving our dear friend and his precious wisdom. This is a worthy deed.
That's a while ago already. Alright, so this is where we can refund an adventurer's skill tree. We're not going to do that quite now.
It is the opinion of this board that your actions have earned you the right to further knowledge. Congratulations. You are free to advance.
Thank you, Caroline. Alright, off we go now. Let's go ahead and... Oh yeah. Unfortunately, mercenaries do not have a place to stand. Like, we've got Green Lady over here, Crux over there. And then we've got Sabali and Fiona outside. Oh yeah, Fiona's outside. I was going to say, unfortunately, the mercenaries don't have anywhere to stand, so we have to talk to Mercy, who is the mercenary, who's in charge of the mercenaries, in order to swap our party out. But we could actually just go ahead, talk to Fiona here.
There you are.
Oh.
Ah, well, it's in my blood.
You stopped
My
talking
mom
there for a
and Pa
moment.
were both singers. My grandmother too. My cradle was a harp case. But the reason I stuck with it was I saw the wisdom in the old songs. The stories were history and lessons for those with ears to hear. But just as I was learning them, they were vanishing, replaced by nursery rhyme versions of themselves. All the names of the old gods and heroes changed to Jacks and Jills and up the hills. Somebody had to preserve the old tales. I decided it was me.
Good. History is important. And yeah, these songs are a lot more interesting than the said Jacks and Jills and up the hills. All right, please join us, Fiona.
Thank you kindly. And Bridget thanks you too.
Ah, yes. She was kicked out of the tavern because she was drinking too much. All right, Wringneck, I'll have you back here. Thank you for your help, good sir. We'll see you again another time.
Right. Let's go and make a tale worth the telling.
That's the goal there, Fiona. That's the goal. Let's see. Do they have anything to say to us? No? Okay. Usually when you pass that point, you get an audio where they talk. Oh,
Hey,
because I had Fiona out of the party, she is currently also still trapped. Whoops. She cannot advance because she did not go to the review board.
Stay in the camp.
I'll have to go fix that then. You guys don't need to hear that again. We'll be right back. Alright, so we stopped into the Adventurers Guild, and they just said, you haven't completed any great acts since the last time you talked to us. Because yes, we just talked to you twice in a row. But we are still allowed to advance, and that was totally okay. So now, you'll see, she is now cleared and able to go with her next ability. Which, of course, we're going to start her with Grand Minstrel. Not only is it her most important thing, I mean, she is kind of the minstrel, using the Lyric of Legends and Spell Song for now. But it'll help everyone out, and I think that'll be much more valuable. It's essentially like getting a free spell song at the start of combat, so... Of course, Brewing is going to be the next one here. And that one is also going to be very valuable. Ooh. Oh, that's... Yeah. I think I still have to go with Minstrel. Brewmaster is going to be very valuable because her gaining a spell point... Or no, yes. Her gaining the ability to craft Lowland Park is what I was interested in. And we're going to have to be dealing with a lot of paladins with high amounts of... what's it called? High amounts of... armor. And we'll need to be able to get through that. So, yes, we will need to craft some of that. But I wanted everyone to have those spell points, because it's going to mean that we're going to save a lot of resources on alcohol, because that means instead of everyone, for example, chugging an elven wine at the start of combat, they can now, for their to use a 3 spell point ability, they could instead chug literally anything else, like a Trowsqueezin or a Dwarven... What's it called again? Dwarven Stout. Alright, back we are here in Fettercairn, in the Baelish Lowlands. And we won't have to deal with the other paladins right away, which is fine by me. Let's go ahead and get through the maze. We've got a bunch of fairy puzzles. We've got a fight right up ahead here with a bunch of these guys, and then we've got 3 different paths to go. One is over here, one's over there, and one's on the far side. So, let us begin. I think everyone has their proper equipment.
What can I do? Aye?
One thing I would like to find out is...
What do you need?
Well, Okay, I was going to find someone that can use the fire horn. Merlin would not be a bad choice for it.
Hey.
Of course, Merlin could also throw the shofar over to Fiona, and that would also be an okay option. But with his drunk stacks, I think it'll be good on him for now. So he can grab the shofar. I'm going to give the fire horn over to Fiona, because she hasn't really been using the Drunk 4 ability all that much. So, she's got her fire horn, as well as the Spectre Snare. And we're good to go try out some new abilities on these guys now.
We'll slaughter 'em.
Ah, they're green, are they? That might change something. Perhaps.
Ready.
Eh?
Will we need Una right away? Will we need Fiona right away? No, we don't really need Fiona at the moment. Oh yeah, she's got 2 abilities equipped now because she's got one from Spectre Snare and one from Firehorn, so she doesn't actually have her regular attacks or Rhyme of Duo Time. Not having Rhyme of Duo Time will be unfortunate for her. But that's probably fine for now, right?
Now.
Yes.
Alternatively,
Aye.
we could give it to Melody. And then we could give Shocking Axe of Kale
What do you
over
need?
to Fiona.
Aye.
I'm not sure here.
Eh?
She can go with these abilities. I'm sure she'll be fine with. We'll be fine without the Rhyme of Duo Time, at least for now. Oh yes, we have. Let's actually use the ability here.
Aye.
Who had the torch? Fiona had the torch. There we go. Snuff the torch, and we begin the fight here.
There's a song to set us right.
This is supposed to be an easy fight. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll do the usual. Elven wine to start out here. Actually, we don't need to. Aha! We don't need to. Because we got minstrel. So, instead, perhaps we can use a trow squeezin'.
Good to the last drop.
Put up an archer's beat.
On your word.
And then, we'll definitely want to use Head Knocker for when this guy tries to charge up his ability.
Yeah?
And we'll definitely want to use Pillar of Flame, but for whom? I'm not sure. I'll put it here. The archer will take fire damage, and then they'll probably move around.
Ready for
Uh,
orders.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ready.
Here to serve.
Melody, go ahead.
Cheers.
Now with a simple trial squeeze-in, she's going to be able to use Sanctuary Score and Kale's Rudiment both on the same turn. With only the cost of a basic drink now. And I approve.
Orders.
On your word.
I approve.
What should I do? Command me. Please excuse me.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead, stun this archer. Because why not? And let's go ahead and have a wait and see what these guys do.
Get over there.
There we go.
This is my time. My
16 total intelligence for this guy on his martyr. We'll block the Mangar's Mind Jab by using the Archer's Beat. Both of them we'll block. Love it. And that archer over there is kind of burning. Ah yes, we also have Far Death, which now does 41 total damage. That's great.
at your command.
And 15
Who, me?
plus 41. Oh yeah, we weren't supposed to attack this guy. We were supposed to blow him up. That's what we were supposed to do. There we go. Kaboom. Okay, and now what?
Ready.
we'll move back with Fiona. We'll let her tank anything here.
Ready.
And
Aye.
we're good to go with that.
On your word.
They're trying another Mangar's Mind Jab. Will it get through? No, it will not. And this one, another Mangar's Mind Jab, this time onto Fiona, and it'll get blocked as well. 4 for 4. Alright, let's go ahead, use a Storm of Blades on this one here, as well as a Chop, and that'll bring them down to 36 damage. And next turn, we'll have Shakespeare go ahead and use Far Death on that guy.
You to say. Tell me what to do.
What are they up to next this turn? Another Mangar's Mind Jab. That one will go through. And another one onto Merlin. And that one will be blocked. So Una took a little bit of damage there. This guy is going for the Concussion Beam, dealing 8 mental damage and stunning them.
Command me.
However, 16 focus will not quite be enough.
Please excuse me.
So we can go ahead and block that with our Head Knocker from Merlin. We'll use Far Death to kill the mage in the back with Shakespeare and his Far Death Strife Spear ability. And what else? We'll do a little bit of damage here with a basic chop, and we'll be fine. So we drank what? 1 total drink here? No, 2 drinks. 1 for Kale's Rudiment and 1 for Archer's Beat. And these guys can't touch us through this Archer's Beat. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I would like to go ahead and use the Strife ability. This time... Okay, how does this work?
Ready.
If I move Melody here, just to stack up Static Charge, I want to try moving Una over and swapping her with Melody. Swapping them, it'll do 12 damage to the nearby enemies. Does that mean everyone in the front row? It seemed to go out and away from the front. Anyways, let's go ahead and use Storm of Blades trying to stun this guy. If it doesn't work, we just absorb the damage, and that's okay. This one's not a concussion. Yeah, this one is still a concussion beam.
Here.
Ready.
Ready.
Might have been better for her to take it. That's okay, though.
On your word. Ooh.
Alright, Archer's Speed is still up, but it will go down now with that one getting through, breaking Shakespeare's focus. That'll be a Lunging Talon.
Ready for order.
And Melody is stunned. She can't do anything this turn.
Whatever.
Ready for orders. Uh-huh.
What can I do against this guy? I'm gonna go ahead and just use a Head Knocker. And then I'm going to use the Lunge ability from Shakespeare to move, swap with Fiona, and use Far Death for another 41 damage, as well as Fade. I forgot about Fade ability. It reduces the target or combatant strength by 10% for each stack. So their strength is reduced by 2, which is not a lot, but okay.
On your word.
And this actually might do a bit of damage, this because he's got 4 spell points, and he's going to use Mengar's Mind Jab on Shakespeare, dealing 20 damage.
Aye?
And we'll want to replenish some of the damage with, let's use some Sanctuary scores around here, I think.
On your word.
So how much health does he have now? 21?
Tell me what to do.
We'll use another one to possibly replenish more. No, it does not replenish more. So multiple Sanctuary scores do not, because they do not, they provide a shield, they don't actually give health. Essentially, though, they don't stack. So you can only use one at a time. That's okay, though. We'll be able to heal them up soon here. 260 gold scat found again here. Good, good. Alright. What do we got for loot here? Fairy dust, metal scraps, good. We'll be needing plenty of that. A herb. And... what else here? Ah yes, I love how peaceful this place is. We'll go ahead and consume this thing for XP here. And it looks like we've got a path going this way. Fairies observe the birds closely. When standing before them, fairies act accordingly. Are there any fights over here? No? Should be safe? Okay. In that case, we've got to get this fairy over all the way to this place here. How are we going to do that? I'm not sure. I found a barrel that we could loot here. It gives us a water. We found another red colewort herb. And let's see. We could send one to this one. And then this one could go over to here. And then this one is going to go, straight through here and then hit the backside of this. So, fairies are scared of hawks. Let's put a hawk here so that it'll scare it into this rock. The goal. We'll want we'll want it to be scared this way as well. And we want it to go that way. Okay. All set now. There we are. It'll look at the bird. Huh? Scared of the hawk. Scared of the hawk. And into the goal. Thank you. Alright. So you've got this open here now. We'll find a gold trefoil, a bronze key, and a crate. And also, keep in mind, easy to miss, but not if you look up apparently. There is a grappling hook area as well as a chest up there. You can go ahead, move over here, and grapple to it. Ah, it gives a little hint with the grappling hook here on the floor. Also, keep an eye out on the map, because grappling hooks will show up as tokens on the map. Ah, some 36 gold scat. Not a lot, but not bad. Every little bit stacks up. We're at 2,400 now, which is actually really good, and that's been coming from a lot of the... it's been coming from a lot of the gold that we've been getting from our torch. So, we need a steel key to get into here. So, let's go ahead and look at this other door. There we go. Bronze key will unlock this one, and no more enemies over here, but we've got another thing here. A flock of birds fly in unison, each a part of a whole, which means we've got two options. I mean, we've got two on the same totem here, meaning that the hawk will scare it away, but we want it to go into a little bit of a weird angle here. So if we scare them away in the specific direction of the way we want to go there, the bird facing to the left, then we can scare it and it'll flee to the left. Because it wants to follow the bird, but it's scared of the hawk. I'm just going to check to see if there's anything behind here we may have missed. A blue colewort. Or blue witchroot, sorry. Colewort is the red herb. Anything over on this side? Doesn't look like it. Ah, there we are. There is the steel key. And a barrel for us. With a cabbage. And a couple more health potions. And the Shrine of 66 in Memoriam. I assume these are all like patrons and other things that and other partners, and that's what they added to the game. It's like, hey, pledge this much. I know there's a big Kickstarter thing. Pledge this much and get your name on a shrine. I think that's a cool way to involve it into a game. Any enemies along here? Looks safe. It is safe. Good. There's another crate here. With some wood. And a new puzzle. And more fairies. Fairies only follow flocks of birds if they fly together and not apart. So what that's telling us is there is no possible combination that can reach this, can reach the goal here, reach this stone. So what we could do, we don't want it to fly away, and we don't want it to go in any other direction. So what we can do is we can pair two opposite birds and confuse the heck out of this poor little pixie. It doesn't know what to do. So then you can shoot off in this direction, and there you go. Alright. I've just been checking the time. Whoa. Hello? Are you okay? That was a very big fall. Oleg Shimanovsky.
Your pardon, friends. Can you tell me what land this is? I'm to meet my friend Vlaga on the banks of the river Amo, and I believe I have overshot.
I hope that didn't hurt you. I guess he just used a hyper strong like teleporty levitate spell. Because that very much should have hurt. Who is Vladgor?
My traveling companion. We were separated after our last adventure, but promised we would wait for each other on the Amo. I fear I am late.
We do not know the River Amor.
Oh, too bad. It is the river of my birth, where my parents Peter and Svetlana raised me and taught me the ways of the fourth school. I have been trying to return there after a long and weary journey, but the journey only seems to grow longer.
See, I haven't played the other Bard's Tales, but I feel like this would be a joke character or some other Easter egg sort of reference. I just don't get it, but he's a cool character. You are in Caith, good sir.
Caith! How wonderful! I have always wanted to visit. Not now, however. Not until I have returned home.
Alright, we wish you luck on your search. Farewell, friend.
And if you see my friend Vlago, tell him Oleg still seeks him. Oleg Shimanovsky. Farewell.
That's bright. There he goes. Okay, I'm just gonna have a look for any more enemies here. Hello? We need a brass key to get through this one. I assume we're gonna find a brass key over here. Hello? Any enemies here? No? We're safe? Okay. Magically blocked, so we need to open this door by using a fairy. Ah! Something new. Okay. Certain mushrooms release spores, which fairies confuse with birds. Okay, this one here, each of the mushroom spores, they go in a certain direction. So you can see that that is spinning in a counterclockwise direction. Honestly, it's so busy it's hard to see. But there are certain mushrooms that release in one direction and not the other here. Okay, there we go. What do we have here? We've got another barrel. And that's got some grain and some rotted food. That'll be really good for us. For making more drinks. We got a crate here with some Malefian essence. Also great for making more drinks. And nothing else here? Alright, then we'll be on our way. You know, I haven't actually found any trow things recently. Trow caches. Okay, with this key, we'll be able to get into here. And yes, let's see. There is a herb over here. Follow the wise owl. Flee from the hungry hawk. Well, flee from the hungry hawk. Which means that's the second step. And then we want to go over here somehow. Following the wise owl, huh? There we go. Head over that direction. Forward and to the left. There we go. Ah, yes, this is an interesting one. And this one's a little bit more tricky here. Let's see. Ah! Fairy, you okay? Alright. 1 second here. Alright, so, sorry about that. I had to step away because I had stuff in the oven and, okay, it's salvageable. I forgot to put a foil on it, and it started, apparently, it started burning a little bit. All is fine. Alright. So this one says, a ring of frozes and a pocket full of posies. Hurry, hurry, the gates fall down. Ah. Okay, so once we get a ferry to go through here, the gate will open up. The difference is between this ring of stones and the other ring of stones is that this ring of stones over here is actually permanent. This one is only time-based, and when a fairy flies over it, it's temporary. So, we can't shoo this fairy anywhere, but perhaps we can tell it to go somewhere else. Perhaps I can also get it stuck in a loop, so it's not killing itself. Maybe. What happens if it goes there and then there? Okay, yeah, it'll just go back and forth now. So, we could tell it to go over here. And then it would... And then this one is stone, so it only goes over here. And then it crashes. So what could we do instead? And I don't think it ends up going through this place either, huh? Ah. I could tell it to go over this way. That might work. Oh, yeah, we need to time that quite well then, huh? So, the gate's only there for a very short amount of time. So we need to wait until it almost reaches the gate. Because it's going to go over there, and then over there. We need to wait until it almost gets to the gate before we open it up. There we go, open it up again, and there we are. So that one closes, and 2 new ones open. Nice. Alright. So I think that's actually where we're going to leave it today. We've got a fight over there. But we are now out of... we're finally out of the maze here. There is a fight over there.
This would be a challenge.
Apparently they're not supposed to be too tough. And here we are at the Atlian Gate. Or Tunnel? Atlian Tunnel. And the Torfion Key. There we go. So this is where we got the thumbnail from. I've got a whole bunch of wallpapers that were found in the deluxe edition, and that's what I've been swapping the thumbnails out with. So we've got another standing stone here. And we'll be able to activate that, although those guys might find us while we're up there, I'm not sure. And we've got a little bit of exploring to do over in this other gate over here. There's also another unique item along here, so we'll go ahead and find that next time. Next episode, I guess, will be Atlian Tunnel. And then we'll be into... then we'll be into the... whatchamacallit? The Inchriac Forest. Perhaps we should go and see if we can fight some of the paladins first. And... I would like to get another level on Fiona, I think. Before we go ahead and face the paladins. Because getting her Brewmaster, or just getting, I guess, anyone getting Brewmaster, will be important to us. Because Brewmaster will allow us to get Lowland Park, meaning that we can do more mental damage on our attacks. Anyways, thank you all for joining us, and until next time, farewell.